How's it going, everyone? Okay, so I got a package. Pretty excited about this, so I'm just gonna open it up and tell you what I got. Let's see. Boom, there we go. So we got the Behringer Super Fuzz pedal. So let me tell you why I decided to order this, right? So I'm looking for a fuzz pedal, and I don't have a big budget, so like majority people, I just did a search on cheap pedals, cheap fuzz pedals, like under 100 bucks. And this one has been one that has come up constantly. And it got me kind of interested because I'm a fan of the old Univox Super Fuzz, and this is actually a circuit from what I understand. This circuit's based on the Hyperfuzz Boss pedal, which is based off of the Univox Super Fuzz. So anyways, everything looked legit, everything looked cool, so I thought I'd give it a try. So let me show you what's in the package. So, pedal, pretty cool. Let's see. I have to get one of those cool YouTube pocket knives to open packages. That's what I gotta get. Okay, so got some instructions here. Yeah. Just some description on how it works. Pretty cool. Okay, let me just... Okay, so this is the pedal. So my first thoughts, this isn't my first Behringer pedal. I actually picked up the reverb, the digital stereo reverb that they had. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Just because I play with a Fender Bassman that doesn't have reverb, so sometimes I just like to have something on so it sounds cool. And I'm really happy with it. So my first thoughts on when I hold this, it's like what everybody's gonna say, plastic build. And one thing I've never liked about the build is that you have the 2 pins if you wanna put a battery in, but I use a power supply anyways. Yeah, knobs feel good. One thing I found on watching the demos of this, it seems like it's a very bright fuzz, and I don't know if that's just a user setting. That's what people liked when they were recording on YouTube. I tend to like a little bit of a darker tone. The original Super Fuzz had a really neat like mid scoop, and so I'm not expecting much out of it compared to that. There's a couple modes. You have like your Fuzz 1, your Fuzz 2, and your Boost, which is kind of cool. So from what I've seen online, the first Fuzz is like more of a obscure, in-your-face fuzz tone, and the Fuzz 2 is like your scooped fuzz. So I'm assuming that's where you're gonna get into that Super Fuzz territory. And then it's a boost. So if you're putting this in front of an overdrive or something, you can just give it a little bit extra if you want. Yeah, enough of me talking. Let's plug it in. So for my little test, let me explain how I got this going here. Okay, I have everything set up just at like, I don't know, noon. Gives me a baseline just to get an idea. And I have it set to Fuzz 1, which is kind of their vintage fuzz. Here we go. Cool, all right. Let's switch on to Fuzz 2. So Fuzz 2 is more of their grunge, their modern fuzz, if you will. So from what I gather, yeah, it's gonna have more of a mid scoop. Let's see what it sounds like. Just kind of want to... Yeah, it sounds a little squirrely to me. I think this would be oh, I have it cranked, so let's bring that back a little bit. Let's just drop that back to I don't know, let's go 9 o'clock. And I'm just gonna bring the treble back a little bit too. I find when I think of modern 90s fuzz, I think of cheap pedals and cheap solid state amps. And I think that's because I was a teenager and that's all I could afford. So, okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Here's my thoughts on this. Whenever you see anybody do a review of this pedal, I mean, it's very common they talk about the fact that this is a replica of a Hyper Fuzz, which is a $200 pedal they stopped making in the 90s, but they were sought after because they were a replica of the Super Fuzz pedal. But yeah, I'm not gonna do much about that because I don't have a Hyper Fuzz and I don't know enough about the circuit to be like, yeah, this is a great representation. But GHS has a YouTube channel and he does a comparison of all the Behringer pedals, in particularly this one, and he knows a lot about it and he talks about how this is basically bang on. My thing is this is $30. This was the cheapest fuzz pedal I found on Amazon. Like even the no-name brands or Amazon brand, they're more than this. And this sounds amazing. So this is what my advice would be if you're looking for a fuzz pedal and you want to get into it a little bit, or even if you have a bunch of fuzz pedals and you want something a little bit different, instead of going to McDonald's or Burger King this week, just buy one of these. A, you're gonna live longer. B, you will have more distortion in your arsenal, which is totally amazing. And C. So yeah, that's my advice. Don't go to McDonald's, buy one of these, $30, and yeah, you won't regret it. Anyways, thank you very much, and have a good one.